Sir, your mic is muted.
Sir, you are muted, sir.
So we are going to start the unit number 2 and the lecture number 2, that is the gate level modeling examples. In the last class we have seen how we have what is the theory behind the gate level modeling, what are the statements that we have to use, at what where we have to use the gate level modeling, all those things that we have seen in the last class. Okay, now we are going to apply those theory on this gate level modeling. Okay, let us take one example here. Okay, actually we did not directly get this gate circuit, but normally we treat this is a black box. Okay, this is a black box, this is a black box. Okay, inside of that one we have a gate level circuit. Okay, so you can understand that this gate level circuit is actually it is a black box. It consisting of 4 input signals. Okay, and it has got only one output signal. Okay, this is called A1, A2, A3, A4. This is Y. So some circuit, it is actually, let us consider a AOI, AND or logic, AOL for example, AND or logic. Okay, what is the inside of the circuit? So that is I am defining that this way. This is the way that I am defining. Okay. Now, once we know the gate level circuit, it is possible to describe by using the gate level modeling, right? Now, how do we describe this one? Let us look at now. So simply, every black box we are treating as a module in Verilog point of view. Okay, therefore I have to use a keyword called module. Let us give name of this one. Okay, what is the name? Let us give for this one. For example, AOL underscore gate modeling. Okay, gates, for example, that's the name that I'm giving. Whatever the name that you are, it is interested for you to write that one. Okay, now what are the variables that I can see? That means in variables are A1 I am using,
A2,
A2,
A3, A4,
A3, A4, Y, right?
Y.
So these are the variables I'm using. Fine. Now we have to declare, right? So so among all these variables, what are the inputs, what are the outputs, we need to declare. For that one, I'm going to use the input. Input is the keyword, and A1, A2, A3, A4. So far, so good. Next, output is also among all those variables, outputs are only one output we have, Y. Okay. Now, since we are using the gate level modeling, gates we need to instantiate, or gate we need to call. Okay. So for that one, I am going to use the name of the gate is, for example, G1. G1 is the name, G2 is the name, G3 is the name. Okay, so these are the names. And at the same time, it is if the internal to the circuit, whatever the lines that are internal to the circuit, that also we have to give the names now itself. Okay, so the A1, A2, A3, A4, Y are external to the module. Okay, we can observe by looking at externally, we can see that one. Whereas the line something here, from here to here, okay, from here to here. So, but there is no name for that one. We have to give the names for that one. Let us consider this is called T1, this is called T2. I'm interested to take the T1 and T2. Whatever the name that you can write it there also. So now let us call and indicate. So therefore, gate primitive statements we have to use, right? So the gate primitive statement is A and D and that I am going to write. Okay, what is the name of this gate? G1. It is user defined one. Okay, so what is the syntax for the primitive? Output first, output of the gate I need to write first. Therefore, T1 I should write T1, A1, A2. Okay, so this is the way that I need to write, right? Similarly, I need to write another AND gate we have. So that one also we need to write. So we are going to write an AND gate G2. So you also write along with me so that you'll have practice also will be done at the same time. Okay, therefore T2 is my output. Okay, next A3, A4. Next we have an OR gate. So OR gate or I need to use, that is called G3. So output for the G3 is Y. What are the inputs for this one is T1. Another input is T2. So that's how. Finally, I need to write N module. There should not be space between N and module. Please remember. Another important point is T1, T2 are not at all declared in the port declarations. Okay, input and output are called port declarations. At the port declarations, if any input, any external, internal signals are there, we need to mention. So the internal signals are represented as a wire type. Okay, how do we represent that one? Wire type. So I'm going to drag this one to the bottom. So I need to write wire type. It's a wire T1 comma T2. So if the wires are not mentioned, then the program will be wrong. Okay. T1 comma T2. Is it clear to all of you? Gate. This is the simplest way of writing the gate level modeling. Okay. So everyone should know this is the first information. If you want to write a gate level modeling, first we should know the gate level circuit. So from the gate level circuit, we can call one by one gate into your program. Okay. So if internal wires are there, we have to mention the internal signals as wires, wire data type signals. Right? It's very simple. So everyone should know this one. Okay. Now let us write some of the alternatives for this module. Okay. Inka ఏదన్నా మంచి ఇంకా బాగా ఏదన్నా రాయొచ్చా? Okay, that's what we'll look at that one. Okay. So let us take the same thing. Copy. Paste it somewhere else here. Okay, so here you see the same module that I'm going to write it in a different fashion. Okay, how do we do this one? Okay. Better to consider this one also. So this is called alternative one. I'm going to call it as okay. What I'm going to do here is that, so if the same gates are there, G1, G2 are the same gates. Okay. Before going to that one, I'm saying that these names G1, G2, G3 are optional. Okay, if you are not putting G1, if you're not using G1, G2, G3, it does not have any problem. And that means I can directly write end bracket open T1, A1, A2. I can write it there. So therefore G1, G2, G3 are the name of the gates. The name of the gates are optional. No need to write. Okay. So if that is the case, then you need not mention this one. Okay. Okay, I don't want to use this one. So, but G1, the first, there are two statements are both are AND gates only. Okay. So it is possible to write by using the comma, I can use this statement again. Okay, I can write this statement at this point. Okay, so this is how I can write. Clear? If the same type of gates are there, then it is possible to write adjacent to that one. This is one of the alternative. Okay, for OR gate, only one OR gate is there. So AOL is nothing but just name I have given. Okay, AOL stands for AND OR logic circuit. So, okay, some simple example name that I have given. Okay, fine. Is it clear to all of you how I have written this one? So the AND gates are both are two AND gates that I'm using. If the both are same type, then I can write it in this way. Okay, that means that first statement is an AND gate, second is also an AND gate. Okay, so this is the one of the alternative. Second alternative, let us see, very important alternative. It may not be useful that much, this alternative, but there is a provision is there. That's what I'm discussing about this provision. Okay, but the second alternative is very, very important one. Okay, so I'll take a second alternative. So this is called alternative number 2. I'm going to write that name. Alternative number 2. Here I'm going to use vector notation. So what I'm going to use here is that vector notation. Vector notation. What does it mean? So the vector notation means I'm writing the theory here. For example, here we are using the A1. This is called A2. This is called A3. This is called A4, right? See, instead of writing the individual lines something like this, it is equivalent to say that you take one black box and consider only one line, but we should mention its size. So what is how many lines are there? 4 lines. Therefore, 4 is the line that I can write. Okay. So now this is called A, for example, not instead of A1, A2, A3, A4, I can write it A. And output is a single line, right? Y. So if it is only one line means no need to mention its size. Okay. So this is called vector notation. Okay. So therefore we are treating all individual signals as a single line, but we should mention its size. Okay, that is called vector notation. So therefore, how do we understand A of 4? So in Verilog point of view, it will be written in this way. So it is actually 4 down to 0, sorry, three lines, right? 3 lines means it has to start with 3 downs. It's 4 lines, sorry. It's 4 lines, 3 down to 0. It means that 4 lines. 0, 1, 2, 3. That means 4 lines. 4 lines of A this is. That is how we have to use in Verilog. Okay. What do you mean by this one? The meaning of this one is something like this. Okay. So we have a module and it has got A of 0 is one input. That's what the meaning. A of 1 is another input. A of 2 is another input. A of 3 is another input. So that is what the meaning, exact meaning of this one. Is it clear? So this is a very, very essential representation that we have to use throughout Verilog course. Okay. Instead of using the scalars, vectors are very useful to use. Clear? Yeah. So therefore this is called equivalent. So equivalent representation. Equivalent representation. Fine. Now, if that is the case, then as I mentioned that, so I have to write the external view based on the top level. Okay. So therefore, what I have to do is that, so instead of taking this one, what I'm going to consider here is, this is the module. Okay. Okay. Now, so see here how I am modifying this one. Okay. So instead of taking this A1, A2, A3, A4, something like this, I'm going to consider only signal A. That's all. And Y also we need to mention. Okay. So therefore readability is increases. And again, we should mention what is the inputs. Input A2, A1, A2, A3 are mentioned by using 3 down to 0 of 3 down to 0. This is how we have to call 3 down to 0 of A. That's what we need to mention. Okay. Output is single line, the same way that we are writing. So now internal to the circuit is something like this. Therefore I want to use individual T1, T2, or it can be considered as a vector notation also. Okay, so how do we do this one, vector notation? Okay, not necessary to this one, but it is a better way to consider that one. Okay, so therefore I'm going to consider T1, T2 also the vector notation. This is 1 down to 0 of T. That's it, right? Now, what do you mean by the A I want to write? What do you mean by AND gate and always? So, okay. So in the previous way that also we can write it. Here is a G1, we can write it G1, sorry, here G1, T1, in this way also we can write it. But I'm writing in the first alternative way I'm writing. Okay, please remember. So I want to modify this, I want to modify these statements. Okay, so how do we modify these statements? Based on the vectors. So what is the first line, first one? T of, so this is how we need to write. T of square brackets, T of 0. So therefore it is called T of 0 I am writing here. Is a T of 0 and T of 1 I am writing. Sir, why you are writing like this? Why you are writing like this? I want to write it 4 down to 1 of A. Yes, it is possible. Okay, which we want to mention that 4 lines are there. What is the number what is the numbers that you're using is up to you. But usual practice in digital electronics start with 0 to some number. That's the reason. Here also there's a reason why I'm not writing the T1 and T2. Instead of the T of 0, T of 1. Okay, so this is the one. Next, what is the first line? A of 0, A of 1. Okay, so therefore I'm going to modify these lines are also, okay, these lines are A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. That's what we can understand. Okay, now what about the second gate? This is the second gate. So the second gate is T of 1, A of 2, A of 3. So for a simple circuit, it looked like very problematic and very lengthy. But when we talk about the large circuits, this is the most effective one. Okay, that's you will identify that one later on. Next one is Y we are using. Y is my gate G3 is Y. Next T of 0, T of 1. Okay, that's it. So this is called a vector notation. Is it clear to all of you? Please understand the vector notation. Vector notation only we normally use in almost all the programs. Okay, don't forget to using the vector notation. Yeah, it is possible to write a capital A also, but it is better to use the lowercase letters. Okay, because we always practicing the lowercase letters when you are writing the things. Okay, because Verilog is a case sensitive. For example, unfortunately, for example, here if you write A, capital A here, okay, instead of small a, capital A, if you're writing all other places small a, there will be a big difference. Okay, so that's the reason why to avoid that one, it is better to consider lowercase letters in almost all the programs. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so please identify these things. Don't forget. Okay. Now, let us test this module, AOL module, by using the test bench. Okay. So as I mentioned in the previous class, what do you mean by a test bench? We are creating a waveform in the form of language, Verilog language, and that language information we have to give it to the simulation tool, and that will apply that test bench on the main module, and it will produce an output. Okay. Therefore, what kind of inputs that we are giving, that we have to write in the form of a Verilog language. Okay. So therefore, that is called test bench. So here we are going to talk about the test bench. Okay. Okay. So writing a test bench for this one, test bench. Please understand carefully how I am writing. Okay. These are very essential. If you're not able to understand right now, it's very difficult for you. Whether after some time I will do all the things very fast manner. Okay. So as all of you know that we have the module something like this. We have a module here. Module has the size is 4. Of course, first we will write based on your simplest whatever the way that we have written the firstly, that is the way that we will write. This is called A1, A2, A3, and A4. Y is my output. So let us start the test bench. How do we start a test bench? With the module name. So test bench is also a module. Okay. So now the name of this test bench is test, for example, test underscore AOL underscore gates. So this is the name that I'm giving. Okay, whatever the name that you want to give, you can give, it doesn't matter. So it does not have any input and outputs for the test bench. Okay, what is the first step that we have to do? This is the first step. Second step is all the inputs, whatever the inputs we are talking about, all these inputs and outputs are represented different manner. So the inputs are represented by register data type. It is a register data type. Reg is a keyword, register data type. The inputs are 3 down to 0 of A. Okay. Next, what is the output? Output are represented by wire type. Wire, Y we need to write. Okay, fine. Now we have to call that statement. How do we call? The same name that we have to use. Whatever the name that I have written here, whatever the name that I am written here, so the same thing that I have to write. Okay, so that is a better way to, I am going to copy that one without having any problem. The same name I'm using, see. Don't forget that one. Okay, same name that I have to use. Now, this is actually a module, right? This is a module. Therefore, I'm going to write this is a module, means M1. This is a module. In the previously G1, G2, something like this we have written, but this is a module, therefore we are writing as M1. So how the M1 should look like? M1 allow the manaki. So this is the first way that I'm writing, A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay, I'm sorry. Actually, we are interested to write on first level, first modeling, right? First type kada, and even it rayadu. So second time radam. So that means we will identify the advantage of using that one. A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay. No, whites we don't define them. Only input and outputs only we need to define. No need to write the internal signals. Not necessary. Not required. Okay. So how we have defined the modules? We have defined the module first inputs that we have defined, then output we have defined, right? That is the way. So therefore the first one is A1, A2, A3, A4, Y, right? That's fine. Now this is the third step. The fourth step is we have to give the inputs. Okay, so carefully you have to understand. So 4 possibilities on manaki kada. For example, A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay. So what is the possible combination? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 0. Okay, 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. Next 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, these are the possible combinations. Okay, when we give these all possible combinations to the module, then only we can say that our design is correct. Okay, we have to give all these things. So look at this one. So these things can be given in the form of initial statement. Okay, we have to give in the form of initial. So we should start begin, and we have to call all these values. Okay, so how do we call these values? Something like this: a is equal to a1 equal to 0. Okay, a2 is equal to 0. So okay, a3 is equal to 0, a4 is equal to 0. So at 0 nanoseconds of time, a1 a2 a3, so I'm writing here is at 0 nanoseconds of time, at 1 2 3 4, like this 16 15 16 possible 60 nanoseconds it requires, right? So at 0 nanoseconds that I'm giving like this. But if you are writing some in this way, it take a lot lengthy. Okay, so therefore what I can do, instead of writing this vertical in this fashion, I can also write horizontally. Okay, because after the semicolon the statement is completed, the next statement can start. So therefore I can start a2 is equal to 0, next a3 is equal to 0. So when compared to the previous one, this is somewhat look better, right? So another 1 nanosecond. So time is defined with respect to hash symbol, 1 nanoseconds of time. Okay, at another 1 nanoseconds of time, what about a1 a2 all these things? So therefore I can quickly write a1 is equal to 0, a2 is equal to 0, a3 is equal to 0, a4 is equal to 1. Ikkada 1 9. Next, another 1 nanoseconds. That means at 2 nanoseconds we are talking about. Another 1 nanosecond. Means that will be added to the previous one, which means that here we are at 2 nanoseconds. At 2 nanoseconds, a1 is equal to 0, a2 is equal to 0, a3 is equal to 1, and a4 is equal to 1, 0. Okay. So like this, we have to write all possible combinations. Antena? So for the sake of, please identify that. ఇంకోటి రాసి ఒకసారి కాపీ చేస్తాను. 1 a1 is equal to
Hello, sir.
0, a2 is equal to 0, a3 is equal to 1,
Hello, sir.
a4 is equal to 1. Okay, next another 1 nanosecond. a1 is equal to 0, a2 is equal to 1, a3 is equal to 0, a4 is equal to 0. Okay, right. See here, I'm going to copy this one, all these things. Copy. చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా వినాలి. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ వన్ సెట్. అట్లాంటి ఎన్ని కావాల్సి వస్తాయి మనకి? ఇంకొకటి వస్తుంది కదా. సో I'm going to paste again. Okay, these many lines I should write, right? So, but don't forget to change the values. So, ఇక్కడ
Sir,
ఏమవుతుంది
4
వాల్యూ
lines
ఏమవుతుంది
ఎక్కువ
నెక్స్ట్?
వచ్చాయి.
ఇక్కడ 1 అయింది కదా, దిస్ ఇస్ 1, ఓకే, దిస్ 0 1 ఇట్ షుడ్ బి. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, దిస్ ఇస్ ద 1 1 0. వాట్ అబౌట్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్? 1 1 1. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, దిస్ 1 0 0 0. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ 1 0 0 1. So next 1 0 1 0. Okay, next this is 1 0 1 1. This is 1 1, the 1 now, 0 0. Next 1 0 1 1 0 1. Next 1 1 1 0 kada, 1 0. Next 1 అవసరం లేదు కదా ఇది. నెక్స్ట్, సో we want to remove all these things. అవసరం ఉందా? 4 ones, yeah, I will write. Okay, these are not required. Okay, so this is the conventional or basic way that we are writing. Okay, alternative ways also we will look at now, but everyone should know at least this information. Okay, so another 1 nanoseconds we need to write a1 is equal to 1, a2 is equal to 1, a3 is equal to 1, a4 is equal to 1. Okay, so finally we need to write end module. Okay, it's not end module. So this is the way that we need to write all our text vectors. These are all called text vectors. Next, what we have to see, we have to display this information along with the output on the monitor. Okay, so for that one I'm going to use monitor statement. For that one I'm going to use initial word that I have to use, and dollar monitor. See, here is we have to use dollar monitor. Dollar monitor is the keyword that I have to use, where what is the thing that I want to write? The time. So I can start here is something like this: time is equal to percentage of t, so that the time will be displayed at a particular amount of the time. For 0 nanoseconds of time, I want to mention a is equal to percentage of b. Okay, that means a1 and must be represented in the form of a binary. Percentage of b stands for binary information is required for a1. Okay, so next for a2 also requires binary information. A3 also requires binary information. A4 requires binary information. Y is also requires. Okay, we can write it, that side, but I want to cut down to at this point. Okay, so please, we have to write at the same line. Okay, therefore here I am writing a4 is equal to percentage of b, y equal to percentage of b. So double quotes I am using. Please remember, you don't forget, I am using the double quotes, which means that I am writing some string. So as it is, the string will be displayed in your monitor screen. Okay, so what I want to say here is that, here very important, for the time purpose I have to use dollar time. Don't forget. So dollar time. Especially for the time, we have to use the keyword called dollar time, especially for time. Remaining all these things are as usual. That is called a1, a2, a3, a4, y I am using, right? So this is the monitor statement. Okay, this much information that you need to write for the monitor. Okay, that means whatever you want to see, we have to mention within the double quotes, and whatever the variables that we are using, their definitions, their names that we have to give. Okay, finally I want to end the simulation. At what time that we can end the simulation? What is the, how much time that is required? 1 nanoseconds, okay,
16
2
nanoseconds.
nanoseconds, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 nanoseconds after the simulation must be completed. Okay, therefore what I can do here is that the initial, again I need to start initial. Okay, I want to stop my simulation at 20 nanoseconds. For example, 20 nanoseconds I'm using. I want to stop my simulation at 20 nanosecond, dollar finish or stop. I can say that. So dollar stop, dollar finish I'm using is nothing but dollar finish I'm using is suspend, terminate the simulation. That's what the meaning. Dollar finish. I want to terminate my simulation. If you want to suspend my simulation, dollar stop I need to use. Okay. So finally we need to end the module. Okay, that's it. End module. So this is how everyone should know how to write a test bench. Okay. So this is how we need to write the test bench program. Okay. So don't forget to write the program in this manner. Okay, therefore you can see that even the circuit consisting of 4 input signals, this much lab is required when you are writing in the test bench. Okay, is there any other alternative way that we can write the information very simplest manner? That's what we have to consider. So yes, there is obviously an alternative ways are there. We look at that alternatives. Okay, so alternative 1. Okay, so we need to consider one alternative. So actually we don't want to change anything except to the input vectors. So I'm going to concentrate only on input vectors only. You please remember. Okay, so I'm going to consider only the input vectors. I think it's better to consider in this way. So I'm going to consider this initial block only. Other than that one, I'm not going to consider anything. Please remember, don't get confused. Okay, copy and then paste here somewhere else. Okay, so I'm going to consider this part only. Please identify that. I'm considering this part only. Okay, so here see. So in the 0 nanoseconds time, you can observe that all are zeros. Okay, at 1 nanoseconds time, you can observe only the variation is at A4, right? We can observe only the variation is A4. Remaining A1, A2, A3 are the same. So if all are same, then no need to write all these things. That means up to 1 nanoseconds, that value will be 1 only, right? So if you consider that at second nanosecond, what is the changes are there? The changes are A4 is changing, A4 is changing, right? A4 is changing from 1 to 0, and A3 is also changing. Okay, A3 is also changing, but A2, A0 is not at all changing. Therefore, remove those things. That means up to 2 nanoseconds, A1 is equal to 0, A2 is equal to 0, but A3 is equal to 1, A4 is equal to 0. That's what the meaning here. Okay? Next, what about the third nanosecond? Again, there is a change we can observe at A4 is changing here, but there is no change at A3, and there is no change at A0. So these are not at all required. Okay. So at the 3 nanoseconds of time, what is the, if I ask you that at 3 nanoseconds of time, what is the value of the A1, A2 and A3? A0 is equal to 0, A1, A2 is equal to 0, A3 is equal to 1. Because already A3 is modified at 2 nanoseconds of time. Okay. Therefore at 3 nanoseconds time, that value will be remains there unless otherwise it changes. Okay. Similarly, so what is the next one? So where what is changes? A4 is changing. Okay. What about A3 is also changing. What about A1 is all A2 also changing, but A not changing. Okay, that is required, compulsory. Now A1, A2, A3 are available. Now what is it changing?
A1, A2 does not change. A3. Only A4 changes.
A1 is not at all changing.
A2 does not change.
A3 doesn't changes.
A2 also.
Yeah, A2 is also not changing. Only A4 is changing. Next one.
A4 and A3 changes.
A4, yeah, A4 and A3 are A4 is changing. A3 is changing. A2 is same. A2 is same. Therefore, we can remove this one. A1 is also same. We can also remove this one. Okay. Next. Only A4 is changing, right? Only A4 is changing. All things are same. All these things are same. What about the next one? Only A4 is changing. A4 is changing. A3 is changing. Yes, A3 is also changing.
A2 also changing.
A2.
1 to 0.
Yes, A2 also changing from
1 to 0.
1 to 0.
A1 from 0 to 1.
Changing. Now changing means we need to keep, right? A2. So it is also changing. Therefore, we have to keep that one. Now, what about this one? This is A4 changing.
A4 changing.
A4 changing. A3 is not changing.
A1, A2, A3 not changing.
Next,
A2 not changing.
A2 is not
changing. A1 also not changing.
A2 is not changing. A1 is also not changing. So, what about the next one?
A3 is changing. A4 is changing. A3 0 to 1, A4 1 to 0.
A1 is not changing. A2 is not changing. Both are changing. Now, in this case, A1 is not changing. A2 is also not changing. A3 is also not changing. Only A4 changing. Here,
A1 not changing.
A1 is not changing. Okay.
And there's a
changing. This is changing. This is changing. Yes. What about this one?
A1 not changing.
Changing. Not changing.
Not changing.
Not changing. Something like this. What about here?
Same A1.
A1 is not changing. It is also not changing. Changing. Yeah. Here it's not changing.
Only A4.
Not changing. That's all. So this is how we can write effectively by eliminating if something is not changing for the next level. Then no need to mention that variable values, right? So this is one alternative way. Okay. So please identify this one. So I'm modifying only at the middle part. Okay, test vectors, but remaining all these things are the same. Okay, don't forget about that one. Okay, only we are modifying this value. Sir, is there any other alternative way? Okay, fine, you have written something like this. Is there any other alternative way? Yes, we have another alternative. This is called alternative 2. So alternative 2 based on vector notations. Vectors. Okay, vectors. Vector notations. Okay, so for that one also I am going to use in this way. Okay, copy, paste it here. So another alternative way that we are going to look at. Okay, so I want to see all the input variables individually, not in vector notation. Okay, but by looking at that, by looking also, I want to see all the individual input variables. Okay, in that situation, I'm not going to use the vector notation, scalar notation only I'm going to use. Okay, the scalar notation only I'm using, but in a different way that I'm doing now. Okay, so therefore, instead of writing this is the scalar notation, vector notation, scalar notation only I can write. Okay, scalars only, but in a different fashion. So how do we do this one? Let us write. Okay, these are not necessary. Okay, see here. So instead of writing this one, I'm going to write here in this way. Okay, so here I'm going to use the concatenation operation. I'm going to use concatenation. Curly brackets I need to use. So I'm going to use A1. Sorry, I'm better. I need to write another color. A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay, so this is the concatenation operation. So what is this concatenation operation? A1, A2, A3, A4 are individual signals. I want to combine and look at the single value. Okay, bus type. Single lines can be considered as a bus line. So this is how we can do it. So in this situation, it's a 4-bit size, right? So what is the 4-bit value that I need to write? So actually the 4-bit size is 4 lines are required. Nice, 4 bits I'm going to use. Okay, so backquote I'm going to use backquote binary. Okay, number system I'm using nothing more than that 0 0 0 0. That's what we can write. Okay, now it is more readability is more when compared to the previous one. Previous two, when compared to the previous two, this is the more effective way. Okay, therefore instead of writing this particular statement, what I'm going to use, this is the one. Is it clear? So in the similarly, what we can do here is that next one. Sorry. So at 1 nanosecond, colon is opened. A1, A2, A3, A4 are 4-bit of 0001. Like this, it is possible to write all the 16 possible combinations with less effort. Is it clear? So therefore, truth table we have to place it. So okay, sorry. I think I hope everybody can understand this concept, right? So this concept, this is called concatenation of values. So we can write all these things here, concatenation values. Okay. Okay, time is up. So I will stop once it is completed. Please wait for 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so what is the signal? How can we write here? So we take this one, copy. I hope you can write. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, but it is possible to write for you. Okay. Again, I'm going to copy this one, paste here. So the second one, paste, third, fourth, fifth, something like this. Okay. So in all the ways that we can write, I hope you can understand. Okay, so, but don't forget to change these values. Okay, so don't forget to change these values. So from this is 10. Okay, so 11. Okay, 100, something like this you have to write. Okay, so this is the second alternative, and the next class we are going to see the third alternative and fourth alternative. Another 2 alternatives are there. First one is a basic. The second, third, fourth are depending upon your intelligence that you can write it there. Okay, so we stop it here today, and we will see the remaining things in the next class.